Hi, beautiful souls. It's Sadhana. I'm here today with an unboxing video, and this is take 2 or 3. I've had some technical difficulties, so there is no cellophane on this box. This is the Cheimonette Tarot by Gallanter, which I have had for a while, and I have I've purchased quite a few decks lately, so I don't like to open too many at the same time. Take my time to get to know the decks. So today I'm going to start having a look through the Cheimonette Tarot. This is a little bit of a smaller card. I will show you. I also have to unbox the Sawyer's Path, so you can see it's quite a bit of a smaller deck. Same width, just a little shorter. I will compare it to some other cards later as well. So it comes in a tuck box. It's too bad, it's so mashed. On the side of the box, it says, the Cheimonette Tarot is a new kind of deck applying a unique interpretation to a traditional card structure. It is designed to encourage educated free association and a creative approach to using tarot. Sorry, I just want to say tarot because Cheimonette, it is French, and I don't speak French, even though I'm Canadian. Well, I do a little bit, but nothing I would want to show off on YouTube. So the little white book, as I said, I've taken off the cellophane, so I have glanced at this, but what a treat to have a little white book that has colored pictures, especially with such beautiful watercolor art. And I think that's what attracted me to the deck, was the watercolors. I really enjoy watercolor art. So the guidebook is written by Eden, as well as the original art by Eden, created for the purpose of this deck. The guidebook is all in English. There's no introduction, there's no spreads, there's no history. It is a description of the cards, and I will share some of them with you as we go through. Maybe if some of them are a little more challenging to interpret. What came to mind as I was preparing to do this video was maybe this is a deck I'll do a side-by-side with Margaret Peterson, or another more intuitive deck. I'm really enjoying doing these side-by-side videos. It gives me an opportunity to reflect as well as share some of my thoughts with you. So there is a little bit about the artist here. One card, and these are the card backs, fully reversible. And it does have a small black border, which I will definitely be leaving on because intuitively I will not be able to read some of these cards. And it's small enough that it's not going to kind of get in the way. All right. Most of the cards are color. I don't know if this is the only black and white. So we have the Fool. If you do use this deck, I'd love to hear your comments. The Magician. Priestess. It's a nice small deck, so I can actually hold the whole deck in my hand. There we go. The Emperor. There is a bit of a glare from outside, so I'll try to get the angle. There we go, that's better angle. And there are some name changes on the cards. So that's one, the Priest. Love instead of Lovers, which is not unusual. So more intuitive style. Oh, that one is the Priest. What was the other one? Okay, so I received 2 Priest cards. So I have an extra Priest card if anybody needs one. Let's carry on. So number 8 is Justice. The Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit is called Time. I really like this card. I remember this from Avalon's video. So that's, wow, nice. And the wheel, that's one of the images on the tuck box. Fortitude instead of strength. It's hard for me in the camera to read these names. The Hanged Man. Ooh, death. Okay, so we have a transformation, more of a transformation. Right, with the butterfly. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. This, you know what this reminds me of? Like I said, I've been on a bit of a buying spree. I also purchased the Tarot of the Trees, which you haven't seen. Oh my God, it's a really, really beautiful deck. But this is by Dana Driscoll, and maybe I'll share this one as well too soon. So the Tower, Star, Moon, oh, I like this Sun card. I like how the sun is looking down, or there's a little bit of almost a sense of humility in the sun. It's nice, nice card. And then we have the Angel instead of Judgment. And the World. And the World. Okay, so we have more than one World card. And the World. Okay, so there is, it looks like, is there more than one? No, there's 3 World cards. So you can choose to, well, I guess you could leave all 3 in, or you could choose a World card. That's kind of nice. That's unusual in a tarot deck to have, which World card? Ooh, which World card am I going to choose? Okay, so I'm going to choose this one for now. I'll put the others out of the way. All right, and then we go on to the first suit of the minor arcana is Staves. So instead of rods, we have Staves. I will shuffle and do a reading after, so let's keep that organized. So we have Ace of Staves. 2. 3. It's very elegant. 4. So creating the foundation. You know what this reminds me of? Have you ever made a dream catcher or a frame or a piece of furniture from twigs? And when you cut the twigs, they're fresh, they're malleable, and easy to create a shape. So here it looks to me like, you know, the shape, the form is being created from something soft. So over time, it will create a firm foundation. That's really cool. 5. 5 of rods, 5 of wands, 6. That's really pretty. 7. Sorry, my dog is so noisy slurping her water. 8. real elegance in the shapes of the people. 9. And there seems to be a theme of snakes, and I don't know if it's just in this suit, but there was snakes on the chariot, remember? So we'll look, and the 10. And then we have our first quartz. So we have Princess. She's very pretty. Contemplative. Prince. Queen. And King. Are they looking? Oh no, they're both looking in the same direction. That's too bad. Hopefully we've got different directions with different suits so they can all look at each other and have a little chit chat. I like it when the cards, when you lay out a spread, when the courts can have a chit chat, or even the minors. So just an FYI, I have been going through all of my decks, and I've started a list of decks that have less than 20 cards that are static or are all facing forward. So I want to do a video about decks that have more movement and are easier to work with storytelling. So yeah, I really enjoy decks where the people are all facing different directions. This is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Now we're in the suit of cups, Ace of Cups. 2, 3, 4. So lots of purples and blues in this deck. 5. 6. I'm having a hard time with this card these days, the 7 of Cups. I'm going to probably do some reflection and some study of this card. These, you know, it is a card of delusion or illusion, but I feel like there's something I'm missing from the 7 of Cups, and I would like to spend some time. Oh my God, that's just gorgeous. It looks like a chalk painting that's been touched by the rain. 9 and 10. Okay, so that's nice. Her head is facing a different direction than the other page. Prince. It's a very young Prince of Cups. Queen. And King. Yay! So they can face each other. Okay. Makes the storytelling so much easier when they face different directions. Okay, so now we have Ace of Swords. 2. This has a great deal of meaning for me, this pose. Not necessarily naked standing on a cement platform, but yeah. How often do you take the time to touch your forehead to someone else's forehead, or to look that closely into their eyes and to try to really understand what's going on? Remember, this is the suit of the mind. This is the suit of overthinking. It's also the suit of communication, authentic communication. So what a beautiful interpretation. 3 of Swords. 4. 5. Wow, that's a really cool card. 6 of Swords. 7. 8, 9 of Swords, and 10 of Swords. I have a whole stack of 10 of Swords cards beside me. I am going to share with you. There's two bodies intertwined here. There is a butterfly overhead. And there are 5 swords piercing each body. I have a very good feeling about this deck. And then we have the sword court cards. Uh-oh, I don't have a Prince of Swords. Princess of Swords, Queen. Oh, it's just out of order. Okay. The Queen of Swords, very young Queen of Swords, Prince of Swords, and King of Swords. Interesting looking king. Okay, and then the last suit is the discs. It's beautiful color. So the Ace of Discs in the garden. This reminds me a little bit of the Osho Zen Ace of Discs, which is called Ace of Rainbows in Osho Zen, which is called Maturity. Beautiful. That's pretty powerful. The 3 discs. Me likes that card. 4 of discs. 5. Okay. I can look at these more later. 6. 7. Seen this flower here quite a bit throughout the deck, or a similar looking flower anyway. 8 of discs. So often in a deck there is an evolution from the 3 to the 8 of discs. This one is quite different. 9. So we've got the horse from the 8 appearing in the 9. As my yoga teacher says, cool beans. Love you, Shivani Howe, if you ever see my videos. 10 of discs. Princess. Prince. So we have face on for discs. Right, the others we're looking at an angle. This one is straight ahead. And then we have the King and the Queen of discs. He's looking kind of sad in reflection. So that is the Cheimonette Tarot. And just let me put all of the cards together. And I'll give them a shuffle. So the card stock is very similar to a Lo Scarabeo deck. It's quite nice card stock. And so I have removed, I had an extra priest card, like I said, and I've removed 2 of the world cards. Let me see, what else can I show you? I just wanted to show a more just show you the size, just show the different size of the deck. I've got quite a few different decks here. So I've got Lumina, Deviant, and Hidden Realm here. And then here is Cheimonette, right? So quite a bit smaller. So for those of you with small hands, you will love the size of these cards. So what should I ask for today? How are you feeling? For friends in the US, it is holiday season, right from Thanksgiving into pre-Christmas, and it can be a very, very stressful time. So also, I know this time of year it is can be really challenging. There seems to be, I don't know why, and maybe it's just in my experience, but there seems to be more death anniversaries in December and January. So coming on this time of year can be very, very challenging. If you have had any other kind of loss during this season, it can be really a tricky season too. And also, if you have decided to embrace your spirituality and really kind of step away from the commercialism of the holiday season, the Christmas season, the shopping frenzy, and all of the money that is spent, things like that. Yeah, there can be a lot of challenges with family. And I know for me as well too, I'm a vegetarian. All of my kids are now. I'm divorced, and so when I get together with the kids, it's easy, except for my youngest. She has a wandering palate. But when we get together with the rest of the family and we're all vegans and vegetarians and turkey dinner is served, it's it's no big deal for us. There's always lots of veggies and stuff like that. But it's very stressful when families don't share, eating habits, let alone, philosophies and ways of life. So let's kind of look at pulling a card. I'll pull 3 cards for what I want to ask. I want to ask, what is the best way to navigate to simplify the stress when we come up against different lifestyles, different ways of thinking with our family and friends over the holidays? Okay, so I think that's something that we all share in some capacity. Pretty, these shuffle beautifully. They shuffle really beautifully. Okay. Ooh, okay. Lots of cards are falling here, so I'm just gonna kind of go. I'm gonna take the top 3 here. Put the glasses on. So we have 2 of discs, Princess of Discs, and 8 of Swords. So this is the 2 of Discs. Finding harmony and balance, of course. And whatever that means in your family. So giving yourself permission to find harmony in a new and creative way. It doesn't have to be the way it always was. It doesn't have to be the way it was, when grandma was around or when other generations were around. Give yourself permission to find a new kind of harmony, a new kind of balance. And the Princess of Discs will help you find that, right? So the discs represent the family and the hearth and the home and, the foundation that we come from. This is root chakra kind of energy. And so when we return, when we get together with our families over the holidays and we are, put, face to face with these people that we love dearly, but, sometimes we just, can only spend a short amount of time with, we are looking in, the mirror, or possibly our own mirror, or the mirror of our family history, and all of the issues that are part of our family and that we may or may not have resolved. So these can be really, really difficult times. But when you have the young energy of the more youthful energy in your family, look to the younger members of the family to help guide you and find, it's okay to have new traditions and new ways. Like in our family, we are making only homemade gifts. So there may be a few small tokens of things that were purchased at a farmer's market or something like that, or maybe I don't know, there might be a scratch ticket or something in a stocking, but for the most part, everything is made by hand. There's no excess, and we've really committed to that. And it's taken a while to really to find our way and find, this new kind of Christmas that resonates better with all of us. So, count on the younger people to help you do that and find a new kind of harmony and a new balance. And the other card is, the Eight of Swords. And I'm just going to put my glasses on here and kind of have a look here. Right? So this is really interesting. So the person here kind of, is stuck in the crevice, the mountain crevice, using the swords to help climb and to rise above and to, to move toward the light and the color and the freedom. So use whatever tools you need to help, find the light, to find the new path, the new way, and be brave, right? With the Suit of Swords, you have to be brave. So be brave and, speak your mind and offer these new ideas. And maybe you might be surprised how people are open to change and to making the holidays a little easier. So blessings to all of you, and I will see you soon. Namaste.